The Novritsch SSG11 6mm or the Full Thrust? Which one should you get? Watch closely, because you know what? I bet what I'm going to tell you is really surprising. There's advantages to owning either one of them. With the 6mm SSG11, you have the availability of 6mm BBs, and you don't have to depend solely on Novritsch's high-priced Full Thrust BBs to go out and play Airsoft. However, with the Full Thrust, you do have extra range and also less deflection when your BBs hit the foliage. Novritsch does not sell a kit to turn this standard 6mm into an SSG11 Full Thrust. And like everybody else, I thought there was huge differences inside the rifle. So what I was going to do was make a video on stuff that you could buy to turn your Full Thrust into a 6mm or your 6mm into a Full Thrust. But it turned out it's a lot easier than I expected. So I got on the Novritsch website, and what I saw there stunned me. Here's the hop-up chamber, and you'll notice there's one hop-up chamber. There's not a hop-up chamber specific to the Full Thrust or the standard 6mm gun. And check this out. Here's the bucking. You'll notice it doesn't say bucking for the Full Thrust or bucking for the standard 6mm. It's just one bucking for both guns. However, if you look closely at the SSG11 inner barrels, there are two different barrels. A Full Thrust barrel and a standard 6mm barrel. Could it be that the only difference between these two rifles is the inner barrel? Do you think that you could buy the standard 6mm SSG11, just replace the barrel, and have an SSG11 Full Thrust? Well, you know what? I got one of each right here. I'm going to swap the barrels out. Let's find out for sure. It took me a while, but I finally got both the inner barrels out, and you can see how I marked the hop-up chamber on one of them with FT for Full Thrust, and I actually moved that over to the barrel because I think the barrel is different and not necessarily the chamber. So I got some micrometers here. So let's go ahead and let's check the outside diameter of these barrels to see if there's any difference. All right, so the Full Thrust barrel, I got an outside diameter of 10mm, and for the non-Full Thrust, I got an outside diameter of 10mm. So got the barrel swapped. I have the Full Thrust barrel into the hop-up chamber that was on the 6mm barrel, and I have the 6mm barrel now in the hop-up chamber that was on my Full Thrust. So the only thing I really swapped out was the barrels. Let me put everything back together and then let's go try it. All right, so here's the first shot with the Full Thrust, everything that was in the 6mm gun, and I'll record it all with my Runcam 2 4K. .6mm barrel in the Full Thrust gun, recorded by the Runcam Cam 2 4K. Alright, so this time what I did was I put some 6mm BBs inside of a Full Thrust magazine in the Full Thrust rifle. Let's see what that looks like. They don't even feed. So, can you buy a Novritsch rifle and then buy the other barrel and just swap them out whenever you want to change the caliber of your rifle? Certainly looks like it. Right now, Novritsch does not sell the Full Thrust replacement barrel on his website online. There's a lot of fields and even countries that don't allow the Novritsch Full Thrust system. However, if you do want a Full Thrust and a 6mm, what my suggestion is you buy the Full Thrust rifle and then get on Novritsch's website and get the 6mm replacement barrel. Now, replacing this barrel inside this rifle is a little difficult, and if you want me to show you how to do it, just leave me a comment that says swap barrels, and if I get enough comments, I'll go ahead and make that video for you. If you like this video, man, I can do a lot more like this. As a matter of fact, I have a really cool playlist of a bunch of hacks right here for sniper rifles that you can look at. Big shout out to Wesley and Emmanuel, my 2 subscribers to my channel. And if you want to know why they did it, check out the membership section, because if you do the middle tier, you actually get to watch my videos before they're even published online. This is Shreq. Over and out.